Are you looking for an aerial yoga class that will not only stretch and relax our body, but maybe give some strength building exercises too? Well, today's 10-minute aerial yoga class is just for you. Hey friends, it is Kait here. Thank you so much for joining me for a class today. Now I have got a short aerial yoga sequence that is really meant to both stretch our body as well as give us some lovely strengthening exercises. I've got the hammock low. It's just above my knees. We'll keep it there. We will be on our knees a little bit today, so if you do need some padding, I'd recommend putting a blanket underneath just so you can always be safe. This is an all levels class. Definitely beginners are welcome. So roll out your mat, position your hammock. Let's get started. Let's begin standing with our backpack on. That simply means to bring the hammock behind your back in front of your shoulders, letting your fingertips dangle. My head is beneath my rigging point, my plumb line. I'm going to begin to engage my tummy muscles, standing as tall and straight as I can, and closing my eyes. Take a nice big inhale, big deep breath out. Again, full inhale, great big breath out. One more breath. Let it go. Tuck the chin to the chest, bend the knees, and slowly roll into a deep forward fold. Let the hammock catch at the crook of your elbows. It might feel better in your body to take a wider stance, letting yourself sink a little closer to the ground. Nod the head a little yes, shake it no. Maybe sway gently in the hammock, right and left, side to side. Come back to your center, push down into your feet, roll up, one vertebra at a time lifts. Take a big deep inhale as you arrive. Exhale again, chin to chest, bend the knees. Slowly roll down. Let yourself dangle, let your head hang. Again, take a sway side to side if you want to. Or even gently rock forward into your toes, back into your heels. That doesn't have to be very big. Just a small little rock. Pull yourself to center, pause, bend the knees, roll yourself all the way up to standing. Take a nice big inhale as you arrive. Big sigh out the mouth. Swim your hands high overhead. Catch the hammock in your hands and push it away like a big T. Take a nice big breath. Push the hammock away and take an easy twist to the right. Did you move your hips? Can you keep them in place? Take a big inhale, bring it back to center. Same thing, other side. Again, trying to keep the hips in place, pushing the hammock apart. Bring it back to center. Bend the knees, slide the hands and the hammock overhead, finding your L stretch. Soft, easy shape. Great big bend in the knees. A little cat and cow here. At your own pace, pause and drop down to your knees. Sink into a child's pose. Let the head hang heavy. Full big breath. Big sigh out. Roll yourself to a seat and rise to a kneeling position. Step your right foot forward and push the hands with you. Dive into your little Anjaneyasana. Maybe it feels good to keep the head and chest lifted. Maybe you want to reach a little further forward, just as I am. Think about squeezing where your thigh and your glute connect on your left leg, making sure our right knee is tracking over in line your right toes. I'm pressing down into the top of my left foot to remove any pressure from the knee. Take a full big inhale, big breath out, another big inhale, big breath out. Pull yourself up, take both knees together and sink back to your child's pose. You can be still, you can sway, do your thing. When you're ready, roll up to kneeling, place the left foot in front, and start to find your Anjaneyasana on the side. Again, does it feel better to keep the head and chest lifted? Do you immediately want to dive forward? Notice if the weight is rocking to one side in your front left foot. Maybe it's moving over to the pinky toe edge or the big toe edge. Can you even that out? Maybe think about shifting your hips just a little bit closer. I envision pushing my pubic bone towards my left heel to get a deeper stretch through my hips. Great big inhale, big breath out. Another big inhale, big breath out. Pull both knees back together, sink into your child's pose once more. No death grip on the hands, wiggle the fingers, sway the upper body. Roll yourself to a seat and we'll place our feet in front of us, keeping our wrist strap on. And just set your feet onto the floor. Slide your hands a little higher. There might be some fluff in your face, that's okay. Lean back, tuck the chin to the chest and round. Think about parting the shoulder blades. If our wrists get tired, you can pause, you can shake them out. But otherwise, let's lightly cat and cow here. Rounding, looking up to the sky, and dropping down. Now I said rounding when I looked up to the sky. We arch when we look up to the sky. We round as we look down to our tummy. Words are hard, friends. I'm not always perfect. And eventually, find a nice long spine, take an easy seat, slide the hands to the center of the fabric and push your hands and chest forward. Full big inhale, big stretch to the right. Inhale, come back center, big stretch to the left. Inhale, come back center, roll yourself up to a seat. Again, slide the hands a little higher. If there's that fluff, it's okay. Lean back. Now a little bit different. Instead of leaning into a round back, I want us to have a flat back. Think about me holding your ears, pulling your ears away from your body. Gently stomp down into your feet. Can you take a big inhale? Exhale, pick up your hips. Inhale, touch your hips to the ground. Exhale, pick up your hips. Inhale, touch them to the ground. 3 more, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. 2 more, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Last one, lift. Lower, pause. Cross the feet again. Take your easy pose. Relax your fingers. Stretch your hands away. Great big inhale. Big stretch to the right. Inhale, come back center. Big stretch to the left. Come back center. Bend the elbows, drop the chin to chest. Roll yourself up to a seat. From here, lie on your back. Place both feet inside the hammock. Hands by your sides, maybe a little bit away from the hips so we can encourage our chest to stay open. Open up the palms, push them down, and sway the feet right and left. Maybe it feels good to keep it small. Maybe you want to circle the legs around. Take it in both directions. And then pause. Extend the legs nice and far away. Feel your low back touch the mat. Reach your hands overhead. Stretch from the tip of your toes through your body out your fingers. Wiggle your fingers. Place your palms back down by your sides. Inhale, lift your hips out, find a bridge pose. Exhale from the sternum, roll down. Inhale, lift up, find your bridge pose. Exhale from the sternum, roll down. 2 more, wave up and wave down. Last one, wave up, pause. Shoulders down, nose high. Squeeze your thigh butt connection point. Take a great big sip of air in. Roll all the way down to the ground. From here, place your right foot on the floor. Stomp into your right foot, open up across your chest. Again, rise into your bridge. Almost squeeze the inner thighs towards one another. Shoulders down the back. Take a big deep inhale. Big breath out. Another big inhale. Big breath out. One more time. Lower down to the ground. Cross your right leg over your left. Find a little figure 4. Maybe it feels great to stay right here, or perhaps you'll bend the knee in. You might catch behind your left thigh. You might take your right hand to your right thigh and pull everything in a little closer. Slowly straighten the legs, bring your right foot in, take your left foot down to the ground. Palms by your side, nose to the ceiling. Roll, lift up, and then lower down. Tip the pelvis, lift, and lower down. This time lift, hold. Almost drive your right heel down into the mat. Squeeze the inner thighs towards one another. Squeeze your thigh-butt connection point, wrap the tummy in. Make space between chin and chest. Full big inhale, big breath out. Another big inhale, big breath out. Last time. Lower all the way down. Cross your left leg over your right, find your figure four, pull the knee in. Again, we can hold there for a moment. Open up across the chest, point the nose to the sky. Maybe you hug the legs a little closer towards the body. Totally and completely your call. Full big breath. Easy sigh out. Straighten both legs, bring both feet back inside the hammock. Low back stays to the mat, reach the hands overhead, and again take a nice big sway side to side. You can circle the knees around, kind of stirring the pot both directions. And then hold for a moment. Low back down, stretch from your fingers through your body, out your toes. Take a nice big sip of air in, easy sigh out. Simply relax the body. Does it feel good to keep the hands overhead? Do you want to place one on your heart, one on your stomach, or off to the side? No right or wrong, just finding your comfortable final pose. Great big inhale through the nose. Soft sigh out the mouth. Again, big inhale through the nose. Soft sigh out the mouth. One more time. Exhale, let it go. Know you can always stay in your final resting pose as long as you like. But as you feel ready to move on with your day, wiggle the toes, touch your finger to your thumb. Take any and all movement that feels good to you. Blink the eyes open, place the feet on the floor, roll to one side, and push yourself up to a seat. As always, give yourself a pat on the back. Thank yourself for doing something so good and just for you. I certainly hope you enjoyed our 10-minute slow flow aerial yoga class, and I cannot wait to see you again.